Now, we are discussing a research by an Australian researcher. On the basis of that research, we discussed one conclusion of the research, that opposites attract, and the opposites don't necessarily mean male and female. They may be opposites in color, red and white. Okay, we will move forward to further this discussion in this module. This time you will know relationship of national identities with metropolitan cities, with large cities, which may be capital of a country or a province. They are called metropolitan cities. In such places, national identity puts you in a box. If you are in New York, if you are in London, if you are in Lahore, for example, and you commit to your national identity, so while living in such international environment, you feel yourself to be in a pigeon's box. You have to come out of that. So difference is ignored. This is what I said. Exceptionality. You have to be exceptional. You are you. These are the words which means exception. You are you ignores stereotypes and difference. How we eliminate differences in such metropolitan cities? We say that we are exceptions. Talking less about stereotypes minimizes difference and avoids conflict. This is the result of this kind of attitude of exceptionality. Let's see some dialogues to understand this point. Well, so there are different dialogues in a series. Point is the same. So, but for your convenience, I have referred them as dialogue 1, dialogue 2, 3, 4. Well, I think I won't also name the persons. They are visible to you. I will focus on the dialogue. Well, I think this is filler. Filler means that you feel difficulty in finding word, and you to continue your talk, you use certain kinds of sounds and words like this. As we often say, these are fillers. So, well, I think international there in South Africa, see the example. I never liked to be a German. A repetition, and this is part of spoken English. I never liked to be a German. Where? In South Africa. Because for me, a German was so being put in box. Right? It means that you live in a different environment, and still, if you feel you are a German, you are living in a box. You have the German. You have to be punctual. You have to be correct. These are differences. You have a you are a hard worker. These are features of Germans. They are punctual. They are hard worker, and I mean, this is like this is the response of the listener. Amma means that the person is just saying, as we often say in response to others' talk, it is like that. I mean, this is like the typical what you hear. This is what a German is. See? abroad as a German. And I like that. And that was what I also like in America. I liked living in New York, and you went through streets and you heard people talking, and you heard like 10, 20, 30 different accents. So how can I maintain my difference in such environment, international metropolitan cities? Yeah, and you never knew, who is who, and in New York, nobody ever asks you where you came from. Are you a German? Are you a Pakistani? Nobody asks you. So this is the point which we want to make, that in metropolitan cities, national identities are not highlighted. We prefer international identity. Another dialogue is, but then I am not sure that I've ever been constrained by my cultural background. It is not a barrier for me. I guess if I had, this is a stress, that's why it is in capital. I guess if I had, I probably never would have married you in the first place. So if I maintain my national identity, how was possible to marry with you? Madden, no, probably not. And if I had, I wouldn't be in England, would it be? Okay. Dennis, well, that's right. So I guess the very fact that we are together means that we are both less inclined to be influenced by our cultural backgrounds, by our national identities. They don't matter here. Another dialogue, when? Because the first 7 lines were in, I think, German, so I left them out. This is their translation. So it starts with number 8. When Germans express themselves in a really formal and stittled manner, very formal manner they talk. I can't stand that. I don't like that. I find it quite repulsive. So I hate it, repulsive. Long sentences, too very complex, and unnecessarily. Yeah, this is German, her answer, and its English is, but I'm not one who does that. No, I'm German. I don't do that. I don't use such kind of language. Ben, no, you don't do that. That I see other people. I'm talking about other people who do this. No, this is about me. All right. She says, this is about me. You are talking about German, so I am a German. Okay. It may be in a lighter tone, but the beginning of this dialogue shows that, again, they are not giving any importance to language. The dialogue continues. Ben, no, this is not about you in this case, because she said, you are talking about me. So his reply was, I'm not talking about you. It is which cultural traits of each other. Okay. Ben. Okay, in line 30, there is, in this dialogue, you will see that some sentences of German are also included, but ignore them. Just read the English translation that is given below them. So now I come to the line that is 30. So here the answer of Ben is to Vera, okay, you have maybe got this thing a small, tiny little bit, but for a German, you are a real exception. Okay, you are a German, but you are exception. It means the point that we made in the beginning of this module, that you can reduce, minimize your differences if you show yourself exceptional. So this is exceptionality. The last line clarifies this point, that the partner is German and the person says that Germans use such kind of difficult language and you are a German but you don't do that, so you are an exception. So this is exceptionality that makes them similar, that brings them closer in an international identity. So we conclude that in metropolitans, international culture prevails. National cultures are repressed. National culture and its stereotypes make you a type, not a real person. You become something typical. You don't remain a real individual. Couples dislike to become a type. They don't want to be in a box. They want to merge themselves with international community and international culture.